NBA Tip-Off is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
And welcome back, sports fans. It's been 9 years since the Spurs won a playoff series, but they can advance tonight with a Game 5 win over the Blazers. It's been so long since San Antonio lost a series with a 3-1 lead that the Spurs were actually in the Eastern Conference. It was 1979, and the Washington Bullets with Bobby Dandridge and Elvin Hayes and Wes Unseld came back to beat them. But that was then, and this is now, and the Blazers are going to try to send the series back to Portland for Game 6. Time to check in with George Sedano, who is standing by in San Antonio. What you got for us tonight, George?
You know, EJ, the interesting part about tonight is that we know the toughest thing in sports is to replace a legend, and Mitch Johnson has just done a phenomenal job thus far to this point in the season. And he's a bit of a chip off the old block when it comes to his coaching style. When you talk to the players around here, they'll tell you, we know that when Mitch is not yelling at you or getting on you, that's when we know something's wrong. And by the way, he did that coming out of that game or out of the half the other day in that last game where they were trailing by 17 points. He got on all the guys, including Victor Wembanyama. And if you look around the locker room, the guys, they appreciate that. Much like Pop would go at Tim and Manu and Tony Parker, he would go at Victor just as hard as any other guy. And I think that really makes things certainly a more level playing field and creates an opportunity for guys to feel like, hey, we're all in this thing together. The interesting part, though, about Wembanyama is that Mitch has told us that, you know, Wemby is a guy that can do a lot of different things, and it comes in spurts, and it feels like a tornado when he's out there, you know, rebounds, blocks, and scoring and whatnot. He'd like it to be a little more sustained throughout his minutes. So something to keep an eye on, see how the young fella responds to that, EJ.
George Sedano, thank you very much.
Lights out reporting.
Excellent work. Could
lights
be
out reporting.
Yeah, could be lights out tonight for the
Tell you what, he's much better looking when it's dark.
Oh, there you go. See,
hey, listen,
we can do that too.
You ain't
Just
wrong
like we had
about that,
dancers
Chuck.
the other day. All right, George. Appreciate you, man.
See you
Thank
guys.
you. All right, San Antonio. Here's the thing, Shaq. These guys have fallen behind by double digits in each of the last 3 games. Certainly not a habit you want to get into as the playoffs progress. What do you see them doing tonight?
You know, he just mentioned the coach. And, you know, I said this a few years ago. If the general doesn't panic, the troops never panic. Every time they show the coach he's well composed, he's doing the right thing. One thing about the system, you have to beat them. And so, you know, Portland, you know, got out to the double-digit lead, but the system just kept coming. They kept coming. The guards, they're fabulous. You know, Wemby's back. He's going to be playing. Tonight, there's going to be a happy bunch. They're in San Antonio. The crowd's going to be into the game. So in order for Portland to win the game, they're going to have to beat them in every category. So when they get the double-digit lead, they have to keep it. But I don't see that happening tonight.
As the president of the Big Man Alliance, how do you evaluate what you've seen in the progression that Wemby has made through his young career at this point?
I'm seeing toughness. I'm seeing adjustments. You know, he'll shoot the 3 because, you know, he's a great shooter. I'd never want him to stop shooting the 3. But listen, he's taking his time right there. You know, I don't really like that shot, but it went in. Listen, they tried to touch him up a few times. There was no complaints. He just went to the free throw line like a man. I'm happy. And in 2 years, he will be right next to Jokic as the best big in the league. Right now, he's number 2, but not far behind. But listen, playing excellent, fabulous basketball. I'm happy for the young fella.
He had 27, 12, 7 blocks, and 4 steals the other day. We haven't seen numbers like that in a game, in a playoff game, since Akeem.
Oh.
I'm just sorry, Shaq. It wasn't you.
No.
Oh, sorry. It was,
Wow.
and against 93 against the Clippers. Yeah, that was. Dream was the consistent in this as well. The same way Wemby is. You know, obviously the defensive player of the year is his body, his figure, Hakeem Olajuwon, because he was so. I'm sorry, he wasn't consistent on the defensive end of blocks.
Hey, I already gave you your, president of the Big Man Alliance. Let us at least
Hakeem.
mention that Hakeem was okay.
Hakeem,
But
I
you know,
love you, brother.
the most, I still think most underrated, even though he's rated so high, the most underrated player to ever play because
Who?
Hakeem, because most people, because he doesn't be on social media. He's not on television talking about himself. He is. Well, he gave it to you too. What are you huffing and puffing about?
He didn't sweep me.
So he gave it to you
Shaq.
too. He gave it to you too.
He swept
twice,
Shaq.
2 years in a row.
In 7 games, but he swept Shaq.
We came through y'all twice.
Hey, we got 4. You couldn't win the game.
We only went through Shaq once.
Wait, you couldn't win the game?
No, I couldn't. I came as the man.
Okay.
Because
Not a game?
Nope.
You know what made him so great to play with, honestly, Ernie? 2 things. Well, I never heard him say my team. And the second part is when he won the MVP award, we all felt so part of it. If you watched it, look at the pictures of him with David Stern at the time, the late, great David Stern. We're holding the trophies, the teammates. He was so shy. He was like, no, I don't want to hold it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go out there by myself. Would y'all? And he asked us to come out there to do that. So for me, the most honorable man I've ever played with or been around, love him to death, best of the best.
Chuck, let me ask you, kind of along the same lines as I asked Shaq, is it any concern for you that this team has fallen behind by huge numbers in 3 of these games?
They're a young team. And Portland, I told you, they were underrated. They want, like, we never showed them on any network. We got 3 now, but we never showed them any network. They got a bunch of young talent, and they got a bright future. They come out with great energy. Tiago Splitter's done a fabulous job this year, but I think tonight will be different. I think what's going to happen with the Celtics and the Spurs, they're going to come out and get these series over.
Okay.
You know, like these teams are championship contenders. They're not going to screw around. And you know what the Coach Johnson going to say? Guys, let's do not get behind. Anything can happen. Injuries can happen.
Concussions can happen.
They can get on the win streak. So I think both of these teams going to come out like gangbusters tonight, especially the Spurs, because they got a tremendous home court advantage. Those people are going to be going crazy down there tonight, and Victor going to want to put on a show.
And I know how you appreciate guard play as much as anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Castle, Fox, Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
These guys, I mean, that's a combination. It's tough to, that's a handful.
And it's pick your poison, because there's no way that you have 3 guards unless you're, man, I can't even think of a team that has 3 guards that can come off of, one come off your bench and 2 start that you can say at that quality. So you have 3 starters of quality. De'Aaron Fox has found the fountain of youth, even though he's only in his 10th year, I believe it is. And
he's only 28 years old.
He's only 28 years old. But he is playing with the vibrant, and then Dylan Harper, his ability to just create shots. And lastly, but not least, the multi-talented Castle has everything in the bag. So he has the defense, he has the offense, he has the strength, he has the foresight, he understands how to see plays before they happen. These 3, this is the best trio in basketball in the perimeter at guard positions.
And I like the poise and the confidence that they play with. You know, Chuck mentioned earlier that they're youngsters. They don't play like it. And I like the fact that you can't wrestle them. Like you mentioned, been down by double-digit leads. If you look at their faces, look at how they play the game. They don't get wrestled.
Wemby, Castle, Fox, all averaging at least 20 in this series.
Yeah.
Another nugget for you. Last San Antonio trio to all average at least 20 in a playoff series.
Duncan, Parker, Ginobili.
In 2006. Ding, ding, ding. Very well done.
Hey,
Chuck.
not
That
just
was
a pretty face, all right?
that was kind of a layup. Anyway.
Not a pretty face.
So that
last game,